which I only found out the other day was V2X. I started off with vehicle to load, went to vehicle to home, skipped the vehicle to grid because it was too expensive, but now finding us back to vehicle to grid this is evolving technology, and what we're finding is that the vehicle to grid has got a lot of problems with the cost of over $10,000 usually, and also the brands are not warranting the cars to be used. But so we're sort of taking the low road, using the vehicle to load, and we're using this in all sorts of different ways. We've got the vehicle to home, which is dedicated to your lighting circuit and kitchen and essential services. But just recently, I was up at Smart Energy in Sydney the other week, and one of the other suppliers, Solex, which I've got up there, and there's a video you can have a look at, where they're now taking the vehicle to load from any car, which is always warranted, and you can convert it into DC and put it into any grid inverter instead of the solar array. So this then reduces the cost of vehicle to grid considerably, like half the cost. So, well, they're saying star charge is coming down to about 5,500 now. So that's the lowest one around the place. The local one here is 10 grand, and I think the Red Earth is more expensive again. But there's a couple of things here. This is a development cycle. We're testing it. These are the inverters we've tested it on, and we see that these manufacturers of inverters will come out with this option of being able to put the vehicle to load into the car, into their inverters, simply because once one does it, the others will do it, and we can see this emerging. What we're concentrating on is being able to retrofit it to existing inverters, because the savings, if you have a Solex brand, you've got to have it with a Solex inverter, so that becomes proprietary. Whereas we're looking at the sort of retrofit market, so people can do it with their existing inverters. A lot of testing to do, like how it works, what's the best way of connecting it. And, one of the questions we get asked a lot is, well, do people know what an MPPT port is on their inverter? Have people heard that term? Yeah, it's maximum power point tracking. And so that's part of the system where you have to emulate and support that. So there's a few options, like it could be portable unit that can plug in. You need an electrician to wire it obviously into the inverter. We've also got a bidirectional pedestal happening where we have micro inverters in the bidirectional pedestal. That's mainly for apartment charging and things like that. So catering for the market where people can go to work, get a charge, come home and power their home or apartment, or give the power back to the building. And under CER rules, that's Consumer Energy Resources, you're able to pay people for bringing the power in, or they charge them for using the power. So there's a lot of flexibility on it. We're just in the early stages, and we're starting to install stuff. What I'm here tonight really is about, we don't want to go out to the general public on this. I'd rather work with members of AEVA, and one of the reasons I'm here tonight, because rewiring, Adelaide is one of those groups that we want to work with, because they know a bit more about what they're doing, and we need the feedback from our customers. So the other thing, exciting development, is that we're really bringing out a bidirectional cable with this, and there's a whole lot of electricity laws that stop you doing that with normal cables. You can't go bidirectional, but because you've got a Type 4 plug, that's suitable for bidirectional. So we're working with that capability that you could plug it in and leave it plugged in, and during the solar hours it charges, and during the evening hours it brings back the power automatically. So it becomes like a home battery. So that's it. If people ask some questions,